Hello everyone. I know that as a kid, we all have to do this at least once. You take off your jacket or you find a blanket, you hold it up in front of your dog and go, Toro, 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 and the dog would do nothing, of course. And of course, that is the Matador. But not a lot of us know much about the Matador past that point, especially in our Western world. This is a tradition that originated from many different roots and ultimately culminated in the practice that we know today that resides in Spain, Portugal, and southern parts of France. So let's get started and take a peek into where modern bullfighting came from. So a long time ago, bulls were revered for their strength and their virility and were such sacrifices for gods. Next, Romans, being Romans, loved to hunt animals, and they would have lots of games in their coliseums and their stadiums, hunting animals on horseback using spears. A relative contemporary of the Romans were the Cretians on the island of Crete. And Knossos is their main city. There's lots of paintings and frescoes of people jumping bulls. They would run and they would grab the horns of the bull and flip themselves over the bull, or just jump over the bull all the way. This kind of bull jumping is still practiced today in parts of the world like India and some rural areas where they don't want to harm the bull at all. Moving on to the medieval age in Spain, which is where the roots of our modern bullfighting really start to take hold. The bull would be released into the stadium or the ring or wherever, where there was a single nobleman on a horse. And the nobleman was the only one allowed on the horse. He had a spear called the pica, and he would essentially just ride around and stab the bull with the spear until he killed it. There were people on foot, the commoners. The commoners would go and they would herd the bull towards the horse and help the nobleman kill it. But in 1576, Pope Pius V passed a bill with persuasion from the king that outlawed bull hunting, or killing of the bulls in that festivity. But this only really hurt noblemen, because if the noblemen did it, they were excommunicated from the church, and the Roman Catholic Church was, of course, very big in Spain, medieval Spain. So this left it open for the commoners, and they quickly developed it into the modern sport that we know today. So the sport today, it takes three parts, known as tercios. Each tercio has a specific layout and has things that need to be done in each of them. The Matador is assisted by 5 people. So we have the Matador de Toros, who is the person who actually kills them. He has 2 picadores, people who use the spear, the pica, and then he has 2 or 3 if he wants to do it to bandilleros. Bandillero means little flag. Bandilleros are ones who use a little flag, obviously. So the first tercio is called the Tercio de Lazas, I think. And they prod the bull and they get to know how it works. They watch it run around and they see what it does. And then the picadores start their work. Picadores ride on a horse that's covered in a big, thick mattress with padding to protect it from the bull's horns. And oddly enough, the horse is also blindfolded. So it's up to the skill of the rider to navigate the horse around the ring while there's a charging bull. And the picadores hit the bull in the back of the head, not the back of the head, but on its back, right behind the bowed large amount of muscles on its shoulders. Their goal is to weaken or disable the muscles that hold the head up, so the bull's head hangs lower and start bleeding. If the bull's head is up in the air, it makes it a lot more dangerous for the Matador in the end, because it's much more agile and can throw its big horns around everywhere at once. The next stage, the bandilleros come in, and the Matador, again, can do this himself if he wishes. But the bandillero's goal is to get as close to the bull as possible while it's charging and stab the bandilla into the bull's back. So the bandilla is a little baton type thing, with little bristles and little weight streamers and stuff on it, but it has a big barb at the end, and they stab it right in the bull's back at the same point, at the same spot where the picadores stab the bull with their spears. This is again an effort to get the bull to lose more blood and to lower his head again. The final stage is the Tercio de Muerte, the third death. In this stage is where the Matador does his signature Toro, Toro, ole, and he holds up his cape and he lures the bull through. On the first pass, from the first pass, he has 15 minutes to deliver the final blow to the bull. To deliver the final blow, he uses a special sword called an estoque. The goal is to stab the bull between the shoulder blades, down through the chest cavity, and through the bull's heart, to kill it as fast as possible. A good matador should be able to do this on one try. Any more than that is considered a sloppy performance and disrespectful to the bull and its life. If they fail, then a sixth member of the team comes out and severs the bull's spinal cord so that it doesn't have to suffer as much as it does. This is what the bull looks like near the end. So as you can see, he's pretty bloodied up, and here are the banderos and the Matador de Toros with his cape. So this has brought up a lot of controversy in Spain and around the world, saying that it's a brutal blood sport and that it shouldn't be practiced at all. But according to the UK Guardian article by Tom Morton, it has been granted an official status of an art and a tradition in Spain and will be allowed to continue, all but at reduced numbers and in a more restricted fashion. The bulls are cared for greatly before they meet their ultimate demise, and they live a very pampered life, and they're taken great care of. And the bull isn't seen as an object to be killed, it's viewed as a worthy opponent and a great game to play. All right, thank you, I hope you learned a little bit today.